them how we do this, man. Btbtv. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. Btbtv. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Right. Yo. John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching, like yo, I gotta post. I wake up every day mission, it's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like holocaust. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have, got that and then some, and then some. My ones on overload, say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope, the okie doke. We don't go for that, harsh rope. Another tale from the street.
Rewind. King of New Jersey, Btbtv, we bully the bullies at. This Chris Down. Chris New Jersey, Btbtv. We getting litty.
Yo, born. Show them how we do this, man. Btbtv. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. Btbtv. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Right. Yo, John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke.
Lord, what's up?
Every day twitching, like yo, I gotta post.
Ramadan, top of the morning, boss in the
it's $1
building.
million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like holocaust. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have, got that and then some, and then some. My ones on overload, say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope, the okie doke. We don't go for that, harsh rope. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folks who want to play to them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia, so Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to their life movie, curtain closed. Nowadays your foes will plot you wearing Malcolm X hats, 666, the devil on his shoulder, won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's up off the block, trying to run and get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he tough to play with. He don't go to playgrounds, that's his fiends who want their veins stick. We can't miss, we can hit the target with our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folk who want to play to them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia, so Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to they like movie, curtain closed. Yeah.
Btbtv, the movement.
It's the movement, man. You're born. You're born, let's get him.
Yo, let's get him.
Let's get him. Kaz, we up in here, man. Hood famous.
Yo, I want to know what the hell is up with Lamar Odom. Ain't that much drugs in the world. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Yo, Lamar Odom looking like he like some pussy now, y'all. I don't know, man. It looks real. Ain't no way you hugged up in a picture with a shim like that. You know what I'm saying? So Lamar Odom allegedly like the pussy now. My little brother Chris down Btbtv. We bully the Prince of New Jersey. Matter of fact, one more Chris down song before we start, man. I'm waiting for my people to come in. So, you know what I'm saying? Yo. Yeah, I'm here. Let me find my other song. Hold up. Yo, we all here. Yeah, I see yo. Bayside, good morning, Queen. Bugging for real. Lamar Odom definitely bugging, man. But yo, what we gonna do now? We gonna start the show. I'm gonna start it right with my little bro. Let him shine for y'all real quick. Little bro Chris down, Btbtv. We bully the bullies.
No gang like ooh. What's all this commotion? Grown man got like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, nah, ain't you.
Yeah, that chick that left him had issues, yo.
He up in the city, said Nick come through. He from Philadelphia, known as Philadelphia. They the fam, nothing new. I ain't got too much emotion to feel it for those trying to mess up my mood. From a place with the beef on fire, Camden East Side, ain't nothing new. Remember nights when we used to do crime. We dropped dimes on all we knew. If we got caught, we did not rap. We rather lay flat before we ever told. Cause loyalty still mean a lot to me, even though places on earth is a zoo. Think politics and presidents is gonna save them. Man, I thank God I ain't nothing like you. Ooh, we just multiply, we don't die. We done seen war and survive. And we done got bored with the vibe. But gang, all y'all tough, yeah, ride. We ain't trying to run, we outside. If you ain't king, don't pay us no mind. Cause we do not recognize dudes who are faking.
We militant, we don't play online. I don't know gang like ooh.
What's all this commotion? Grown man got like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, nah, I ain't you. Not killing with bars, I get them with truth. But they call me frivolous, ooh. I do not beef on computers, I am no fool. No, I'm nothing like you. Every day I am on guard, but I cannot call who real or who fake in my crew. I just know the back door isn't heavy, so I keep my eyes on everything that I see move. Some call it rude, but I call it militant vibe. We do not smile, refuse to go back and forth on computers, and we are too smart to act like we don't notice. Some notice the flow is like Nas. Data gave me the cosign, along with what's rhymes. So crack, say come back and see him when album's completed, and I'm gonna make it your time. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm floating on cloud 9. We protect the heavily, mama, don't worry about me dying. God got me, I'm fine, believe. Don't mind me, I'm floating on cloud 9. We protect the heavily, mama, don't worry about me dying. God got me, I'm fine, believe. Yeah, I'm in no gang like ooh. What's all this commotion? Grown man got like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, nah, ain't you. Yeah, you know that gang. No gang. Gang.
Check it out, y'all. Lamar Odom gets caught hugging up with a transgender boo-boo. Man, I don't know what they put in Lamar's series. Lamar must be smoking that crack again, allegedly. He must be smoking that Krizak. Only Krizak can make you do that. Yo, bruh. the boy Lamar Odom with his Chrizak, man. What's up with that, man?
Man, listen, it's 2022. Everything goes.
Everything don't go this way, nigga. I ain't beat. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. But Lamar Odom.
Rules for some niggas nowadays, boy.
Huh?
That's the rule for niggas nowadays. Everything goes.
Yo, man, nigga in love with some pussy, bruh.
Hey,
hold on. Let's listen to this shit, yo.
The pussy didn't love you, no, boy.
It got well, yeah. Hold on, let me see, son.
That man sides. He was like, you know what? Since this team ain't playing fair, I'm gonna join the other team.
Yo, fair use.
Wow. Because my Patreons might see this first, then you guys might see it later. I don't know which way it's gonna go, but Lamar Odom has found love. That's all we know. He found love. Now, I don't know where he found it, but Lamar Odom seems happy. I think I could be the drunkest man in America.
That nigga got 2 pipes.
That would not be me. Now, if you look at the face,
yeah, people.
This looks like a Latino chick, another one of them down, like, just a regular old white girl look like. But I ain't seen the body, but from her facial structure, I can see how he might have thought this was a woman.
Nah.
Some pictures or whatever, but once you get to know somebody, it's gonna be like.
When she pull a stick out,
she using the damn ivory. But to him, hey, you gotta love the woman.
Nah, yo, we gotta get the real news. Hold on 1 second. I ain't listen to this nigga, hold up.
You know what? This could be a ploy too, to get back in contact with the family, because he know the pops.
Lamar Odom
kind of shit.
A transgender model. First off, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's get into it now. Lamar Odom is reportedly dating a transgender. They say this is an Australian model by the name of Danielle Alexis. Now, many of you guys remember Lamar Odom from being with Khloe Kardashian.
Hold on.
The likes of Kobe Bryant. Many other guys. Lamar Odom, he had a near-death situation where his life was in jeopardy. And he always been in the media.
Yo.
That's different now. She's Australian, so she's an Australian trans. So it's like I think it's different in that country.
How's it different in that country?
I don't know, nigga. I'm not from there, but I'm just saying maybe that could be the reason. She's not from here. She's like a Australian trans.
Trans is a trans, bro. Trans ham. That's what it is. A trans.
Hey, listen, when that nigga when he died and came back to life, maybe he was surrounded in that, what's that shit called? That shit in fucking in Vegas or some shit, Bunny Ranch or some shit. He died, right?
He died. That nigga was driving a Trans Am. He probably was at a Bunny Ranch with a bunch of Trans Am women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is probably just new to us. You know what I mean? He could have been like, like in sword fights and shit.
She said the Mustang Ranch. Yeah, I bet it was a Mustang Ranch.
Right on, and that shit right on Old Town Road too.
It's on Old Town Road?
Yeah, that's
yo. Lamar Odom, say it ain't so. Say you don't like the pussy, man.
Listen, listen, man, don't judge her. She lets me smoke my crack in peace. She doesn't judge me. She doesn't take my pipe out my hand. She doesn't tell me to go get rehab. She's a wonderful person.
And then she let me blow on her pipe. And then she let me suck on her pipe. Come on, Lamar. got sword fighting in there. Lamar with his sword fighting, man. Lamar in Australia sword fighting. Bro, I know Khloe Kardashian broke your heart. I know the little light-skinned bald-headed bitch broke your heart. But damn, dog. Pay for some real pussy. Not no bussy, nigga. Not no budussy. I bet you that room smell like booty, dick, and dick. Not even no pussy. That room smell like booty, dick, and dick, nigga. Grown ass man. Now come on, man. Let's listen to this.
Yeah, you know, for a lot of the wrong reasons as of late. But the latest thing today that I'm seeing a lot of people speaking about, or what's getting trendy, is Lamar Odom is now allegedly dating a transgender. Danielle Alexis. They said they've been reportedly seeing Lamar Odom out with the transgender. And for whatever it's worth, you know, maybe that's the route he want to go now. At the end of the day, he's a grown man. He can do whatever he chooses. But, you know, it's just it seems as though he's falling deeper into the wrong side of the media, so to speak. But for whatever it's worth, it's being reported that Lamar Odom is dating a transgender. Y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think. The transgender is Alexis or Danielle Alexis. My apologies. Like I said, different outlets is now speaking about it. Khloe Kardashian haven't yet spoke about it, but at the end of the day, that's Lamar Odom's choice. At least that's what's being reported.
Oh, nah, Lamar Odom. Well, hold on. Yeah, let's see what we got on here.
YouTube, man.
Fair use.
Do I got a shitty situation for you? Courtesy of DailyMail.com. Aussie transgender actress closes up to Lamar Odom in car selfie. And that's right, man.
Hell yeah, Benzine was really with
Here you have Lamar Odom, basketball legend, cozying up with another man. This is a man right here.
Can you pull up a
This
picture
is a man.
chick on Google or something?
Transgender actress Danielle Alexis has been caught looking cozy
What,
with legendary NBA player Lamar Odom.
Lamar Odom falling in love with.
What you say?
Let's see what Lamar Odom fell in love with.
All right. Oh, it's a picture. All right, Google. Let me Google a picture for you. Google a picture.
Let me see how big her hands is around the nigga neck. I can't believe my man Lamar. Yo, listen. Yo, to be honest with you, didn't he play with Dennis Rodman too? Nah, he ain't play with Dennis Rodman.
He played with Dennis Rodman.
I was gonna say because I was thinking he was like kind of like Fruit Loop too, boy.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Let me see. Let me see if I can find.
I ain't gonna front. I really did thought he was Fruit Loop for a while. I was like, oh man, this nigga Dennis Rodman bugging the fuck out. I used to fuck with him when he was like regular and shit, but then that nigga, you know, started to turn Super Saiyan, my nigga.
Yeah, but you want to see a picture of her, right?
How did they meet? Like, how the fuck did fucking like who put these two together? Like, did somebody tell this nigga Lamar Odom? Did somebody say, Lamar, you know she a man, right? Maybe that's what happened. Nobody told you.
Bro. I don't know what happened. I found a picture of her. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Let me tell you, you see it?
It looked like a Kardashian a little bit, boy.
For real, it might be a Kardashian. It might be one of the little brothers.
It got him. I guess, you know, because Chloe, when he was dating Chloe, right? she did look like kind of manly, my nigga. Like
She
I used to
always looked manly in the face like a motherfucker, yo.
But now she looked better now with all the makeup and plastic surgery. So he's like, oh, she looked like Chloe before she got famous, and then was out there just looking like she was ready to, be a bouncer and shit.
Yeah.
Remember, Chloe was the fat one. She was the fat one. She was the ugly one. Yeah.
Let me see if we got one picture of her name is what's the bro name again? Her name is Danielle Alexis.
You're right, Tammy. You're right, Tammy. Some of them trans do be looking like women. But the thing is, when he's a man, that's when the gloves come off.
Yo, here goes some more pics of the Trans Am.
Facts, Tammy. Somebody getting knuckled up. She got that strong quagmire chin bone.
You see that shit? Look at her, yeah. Look at it. It's not a her, man. Stop calling it her. It's a him.
That nigga got that quagmire chin, like giggity giggity.
Yeah, you see it, bro?
Oh man. Yo, what's that chick from Transformers? She kind of look like that. Well, he kind of look like that chick from Transformers in that picture.
Look at the big forehead. That's a man forehead, boy.
Boy, look at them hands, my nigga.
Yeah.
That nigga like he wears size 14.
Mitts, boy.
Nigga. Word up. That nigga like he wears size 14, my nigga.
All right. Yo.
Yeah, Megan Fox. The other picture, she kind of like Megan Fox.
Oh, my brother George making experience.
What's up,
boy Lamar Odom?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I've been talking about this stuff on my channel, man, for like the last 5 years. You're gonna see more and more of these people come out. He didn't just turn up this way overnight. A lot of these dudes been this way, but they suppress it because they was worth money to a lot of people. But now, where everybody playing Donna Summers, they coming out and all that kind of shit. You're gonna see a lot of black men or people that we revered, or people people in the sports and all kinds of places. They've been amongst us, bro. They're gonna come out from everywhere now because that's where the bag is.
Dwayne Wade and Russell Westbrook is next.
Nah. You know what else too though? We gotta look deeper than shit too sometimes. Remember I was saying that, God? So I'm starting to put 2 and 2 together, right? Why is she playing with this nigga Tristan Thompson, right? And this nigga having babies on Chloe, like 3 babies on her, bro. But she still fuck with the nigga, right? But yet won't go back to Lamar Odom. So what I'm thinking is she knew about the whole tranny shit and was like,
of course,
nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'm gonna give you something even deeper, man. Because like I said, they suspended 2 of my channels in the past for me teaching on this. If you look up, everybody that's watching, if you get a chance, Google a man named Michael Swift, Fordham University, and you gonna pull up this article he wrote in 1987. It's called The Gay Revolutionary. And it's in the colleges, Fordham University, 1987, Michael Swift, and he tells you details and tells you everything in 1987 about what they was going to do, and you see it being unveiled now. He told everybody. He said, "We're your entertainers, we're your athletes, we're your military generals. We even been some of your presidents." Now, what you're gonna start seeing is some of these women that you thought were sexy women, they're gonna come out to be men. Watch, it's great. Everything hitting the fan, bro. We in them times, man.
Yo, George Michael, let me say something real quick. The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
Yeah.
The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the Bible, they talk about revelations, and the Quran is Yom Kippur. We in those days. They coming, bro.
Yo, Queensbridge gotta hold that L, bro.
Yeah.
Came in at the right time. Salute, y'all. Salute.
Yeah.
Yo,
peace.
Yo, this is George
so that Michael thing has some truth.
Damn, what happened to my sound?
I
We
hear
hear
you,
you. We hear you.
Say what's up.
bro.
Say what's
Tell
up,
her to
baby.
knock it off.
Every time I come on live, she want to be all up.
Tell her, put on for. Let me tell her. Let me tell her. Put on.
Yeah. Say hi.
Hey, princess. Hey.
She be wild.
Hey, that's your blessing. Our kids keep us alive, man. When we invest in our kids, that's your blessing, man.
Exactly. Respect, man. You already know.
God, Lamar outside, God. You better be careful, dog.
Hey, did y'all ever ask yourself this question? And I did. You know, I just got my channel. I just got this channel back yesterday. They suspended it for 7 days because I did a video on the transgender deception, and I was showing everybody from the British monarchy how many transgender and gays been running that since the 1500s and France, and it's been normal throughout Europe. And I was telling people, if we were a break off of the British government, what makes you think the same wasn't here? This was normalized, and this was normalized.
This
So
was
now,
normalized back when the Romans, man. Back when the
right,
Romans.
right. And so when you go all the way back to these times, is a lot. I don't want to get your channel in trouble, so I'm just talking. Is a lot. Yeah, is a lot of kings, there's a lot of queens or so-called queens that's been running government, and this is public record. This ain't me, public record. So even when you look at George Washington, it was alleged that he was one of them. And his top general was putting in work was a transgender. So what I'm saying is, people, we got to understand the history. So I'm saying all that to say this. When you look at gay rights, right, over the years, if you notice, if y'all stop and look, because I've studied the playbook, if you notice, they don't even talk about gay rights no more. Everything is about transgender rights. You don't even hear nothing about gays and lesbians no more at all. Everything is transgender rights, to the point where lesbian women are at war with transgender right now, right? So how did this happen? How all of a sudden, everywhere you go, everything is transphobic, trans this, trans that, because they've been the ones running government forever. They superseded us in our movement. They superseded the gay movement. They just popped out of nowhere and they got all these rights because they got people in high positions and powerful places. People, we got to study the playbook and understand. You're gonna see a lot more of this coming out, and this is where the bag is. So a lot of, man, this thing is way more wicked. Wicked, man. Y'all better get these scriptures, man. This thing is way more wicked than we understand.
Yo, man, it's, you know what, it makes it so crazy, right? Now they putting all this shit in the kids' cartoons and stuff now, bro.
Yeah, they want transgender to come teach the children. And see, this is the thing, right? I disagree with homosexuality. I mean, it goes against my belief, but I'm not homophobic. I got family members that's gay. I disagree with it. I hate it. But I am transphobic. I don't fuck with that tranny shit, like, at all. But this is the thing. They putting the trannies out in front of everybody, and they normalize it, and they
you got
forcing
transgenders and transvestites, right? What's the difference?
No, I guess they all the same to me. They all the same to me.
Transform.
I can deal with my gay female cousin, but I ain't dealing with no man disguised masquerading as a woman and trying to do that shit in secret. No, I ain't dealing with that, bro.
Decepticons, man. Transform.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with that.
And yo, I'm gonna tell you something. And a lot of them, they be deceptive men. They be deceiving men, bro.
Yeah, that shit they did to Umar Johnson on that Fox Soul shit, man, was foul, man. That was foul as fuck. And it was two sisters. It was two sisters complicit with that shit. That wasn't cool, man.
I couldn't tell a difference. And they said the nigga Umar was like giving her googly eyes and all types of shit.
No, he wasn't. No, that's not true. I watched the whole thing. No, he wasn't. He was in a debate with the sister and Cynthia G. But Umar, because he come from the pro-black side, he called all black women black queens. So he was calling them all that, but he didn't know. But the thing was, you got two sisters on it, that straight sisters. They was supposed to say something, because first of all, how do you in that debate? How do you have a man that's masquerading as a woman speaking for the womanhood? That man never had a period. He never been a single mom.
Right. No. You're right.
They set him up. Yeah, that shit was foul, man.
They set him up. They knew that shit was going to get views. They got rich. That was a good, quick, rich scheme right there, boy.
Yeah, that was fucked up, man. But some things like you gotta have morals, ethics, man. Like how do you let?
But let's go back to the women now, right? That's the black women trying to destroy the black man.
Well, I'll say some of them, not all of them.
Not all. You're right. I'll give you that. You're right. Not all of them. Yeah. But that's right there, because like you said, being this feminist movement is also destroying.
I feel like everything we do is a reaction to white supremacy, and I'm sick of this.
Oh, I agree. We traumatize people, man. And I always teach, the white supremacist attacks us from different angles. We all, as men, we always gonna be attacked the hardest because we're the biggest threat to the kingdom. So what do? As men, we conquer people. So our women don't belong to us. Our women belong to the people that's running this shit until we get back control. I talk about that all the time. So I've been married. I've been lucky to be married for 18 years, but I don't expect most black women to be on our side. They don't belong to us.
See, that's what's crazy.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, until we get our shit right and get on board as men, we gonna always have be at odds with our women and our children because it's not set up for us to have families here. Men are supposed to be boys under the system of white supremacy. You ain't supposed to have your shit together. Other than that, white supremacy wouldn't work.
That's what I'm saying. But you
hold on, Miss Tom, are you a transgender, sir?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. You know what the transgender.
We got a transgender in here.
I don't know. Talk about
they say trans fats. What makes you think transgender is?
What'd he say?
Y'all don't got nothing else to talk about. Jeesh.
Yeah. We talking about this. Take your ass over to somewhere else.
Who says jeesh? Isn't it?
You know what's funny too? You know what's funny?
Hold on. What the hell is a cisgender woman?
I think that's a real woman. I think.
I have 2 kids. Oh, it's a real woman, cisgender.
But you know what's funny? Now watch this. I'm gonna break that down.
See that?
No, hold on. Let me address that sister. But I'm gonna address the hypocrisy. I'm gonna address. We're gonna shut the hypocrisy down right now. That woman will defend that tranny, right? But if that tranny, which identifies as a woman, right, get into a fight in a hair salon with a woman and he wins the fight, he's no longer going to be considered a woman. They're going to call him a man. If she catch that transgender with her man, she's no longer going to see. They only cool with him until he do something to them or hold them accountable. The minute he hold black women accountable for something, he would no longer be a woman. So miss me with the fucking hypocrisy. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Let him smack one of them women because he identifies as a woman. Watch what happens. So get out of here with that bullshit.
When you go and fill out an application for anything, right? The only 2 things you're going to see on the application, Ms. Thom, is male or female. There's no cis, there's no trans, or none of that shit. All this shit just came out. So you acting like everybody's supposed to know what that shit mean. Nobody, especially if we ain't living that lifestyle, why the hell would I know what it means about a scientific term?
Peace to the gods.
Jah Muhammad, salam alaikum, God, peace. How you, bro?
Alaikum salam, God. You already know maintaining. I wanted to build to add on to what the brother just mentioned about our women being irresponsible. Not only are they irresponsible in their behavior, interaction with the homosexual community, they're irresponsible when it comes to maintaining and protecting their black sons. A lot of these black women don't realize that the future intent for the homosexual community is to be what and where the homosexual community started at, which is within pedophilia. The actual function of homosexuality is based on the psychology of pedophilia. You take advantage of those who are in duress or unknowing or immature. And that way you coerce and you deceive and you train and condition their minds to accept the bullshit while they're unknowingly interacting with the bullshit. So from commercials to TV shows to cartoons to any paraphernalia in media, you're bombarded. It used to be subliminally. Now it's just direct. You're just bombarded with it. So it becomes a norm of thinking. And our people are unscientific when it comes to the activity of psychology and dealing with the mind. So we just accept what's given to us because when you're still slave-minded, you don't control what you're given. So we're in that position.
And this is why men got to be unapologetically black and take our shit back. See, this is warfare, bro. Everything is looking to eat something.
Facts.
Women, men run and control societies, man. And this is the thing. Nobody's on here advocating go hurt nobody. We as black men are voicing our opinions on how we feel. Nobody said go harm nobody. I don't believe in going to harm a transgender. I just don't want them around me. That's it. I'm entitled to have that right. I'm not homophobic. I don't have a problem against gay and lesbian people. I have them in my family. But I got a problem with the transgender shit. And guess what? As a so-called American, I have a right to have that opinion. I don't reserve the right to go hurt nobody. So we over here voicing our opinion. Shut the fuck up. That's how we black men, and I'm unapologetic about it.
And I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna be real. You gotta think about this, right? These motherfuckers get people hurt, yo. Cause they be fooling niggas now. They don't have to. I work. I do bodyguards and I work at the clubs, right? I see these motherfuckers that used to be men coming with IDs. They driver's license with names of women, and saying they female on the ID when they males.
Listen to this. Like Dubai, like say for instance Dubai, right? Them Saudi Arabia countries. If you are trans, or even if they know you are openly gay, they will not allow you in their fucking country.
Facts. I wanted to add on to that.
If you go to Dubai and you openly gay or trans, you will get basically stoned.
Yeah, the penalty is to be hung.
Yep.
You're hung at 6 a.m. after Fajr prayer, and you're hung in front of everybody in the community to show that that's haram, it's forbidden, it's against the law. And the problem with us is that we live in a country, like the brother was elaborating earlier, the homosexual community been in existence as a legal entity for the last 80 some years through a group called NAMBLA. And NAMBLA is an acronym for North American Men Boy Lovers Association.
Yep.
And that's a pedophilia corporation based on pedophilia. And what they did was joined in with the civil rights movement through the 50s and the 60s and got political acclaim and power. They stole away until they got the financial power. Now they have both financial and political power to conduct and control the lives of people by creating laws. And that's where the deception comes in at. When you held accountable, that's just talking about these new terminologies. The new terminologies is part of the mass deception. Once they get you to buy in by words to speak a certain language, now your mind functions under that language and that message, and you begin interacting with others accordingly, not realizing or unconscious of the penalty and consequences that come with deceiving someone or actually, as they're going to begin, enforcing it on your life.
Hey, well, let me say this. Let me say this real quick too. This is a good conversation that needs to be brought up amongst men, because when dealing with everything that you just said, because I agree with mostly everything you said. When we dealing with our community, because homosexuality was something that was swept under the rug and never dealt with coming from slavery, we have a lot of unresolved issues. I'm not one of the guys that believe you should kill all gay people, and the reason why I don't believe it, because I studied the playbook. If you go back to all the ancient books from 2,000 to 3,000 years ago, they had laws against it because gay people always existed around. So now the people that's actually executing a lot of them motherfuckers are gay. I when it comes to the black community, it's difficult. It's a difficult conversation because, like I said, we've been in captivity for so long, and we've carried on a lot of behaviors of our captors, and it's hard to actually break this shit down in a manner in which we could, because we don't have the power to do it. Number one. Number two, we have a lot of gay people in our family that we love, and like I said, it was something that was never dealt with. Like, we got a lot of unresolved issues, and with that, this is the crazy part. You got a lot of gay people that's black, right? That contribute to the black community, but we disagree with their lifestyle. And a lot of them hide it because they don't want us to know. So what happens is as things start coming out, you're gonna find out that a lot of prominent black people that was responsible for helping black people were gay. But in the black community, you gotta hide it because we never wanted to deal. This is a very difficult
Well,
situation.
James Baldwin was gay, you know, and he was one of the
Absolutely.
But we have to deal with it as we said earlier as men. And the first function of men is to be active based upon what you know and not how we feel. And most of us get caught up in debates, dialogue, and arguments based on how others feel, or we address or present our case as a feeling versus something that's scientific fact. We know for a fact that a man is a male and he has a physical purpose. A female, a woman, has a physical purpose. But what the devil has done has deceived the minds of the two to create a world of control and submission under their own wickedness and evil. So like the brother said, it's been happening for a long time, but we've never been corrected through our trauma through slavery.
Right.
So like I told the sisters earlier, the white people still have no respect for black men or women, and black women now aid and abet the disrespect by accepting the deception given to them by the white man, but namely so the movie that just came out called Woman King. That's an oxymoron because a king is a position for a male, like a queen is a position for a female of rulership. But they give black people a woman king, and like I asked the sister, well, if the women are kings, then where are the men? I guess the men are queens.
Well, this is my question. I will pose to you, my brother. The question that I will pose then, because I agree with you, but we know that there's a group of other competing men that's behind the scenes causing this for their own economic benefit.
Facts.
To keep us in the position we're in. Because see, we study the playbook. This is my issue, my contention. I understand the science part, I'm with you, but now I got to separate the so-called Negro people, right, from everybody else, and I got to analyze us as a people. The problem with us is we have so many unresolved issues that's never been dealt with. When we start breaking this stuff down, we're going to find out that a lot of black people that's been on our side and championing us are going to be gay, but they might not be part of the agenda. This is the fucked up part. And see, I got to say it this way because we got to put it all out on the table. The thing is, with them, they boldly, brashly show it. In the black community, we're gonna have some people that we champion that were this way but had wives because that's what society told them to do. But because, like I said, in our communities, there's so many things that wasn't dealt with, and one of my mentors broke this down to me, made me understand certain things. Right in our community, watch how slick the devil is. The devil knows how us straight black men feel about homosexuality, but now in war, he's gonna make us do that. So he's gonna make us break off. We're gonna split our ranks. And he's going to weaken us even more when we fight, because some of as this stuff start coming out, some of our people that's been strong within our ranks are going to be gay. That's the fucked up part, and I got to say it that way because all this shit got to be addressed. Because these are things that's never been addressed. You know how many people around you that's gay that you don't even know, especially in the black community. That's the crazy part, and especially those of us that's been in jail.
Like I told the brothers last week, the first step is being unapologetically black. And if we have that as a national culture and enforce it in local communities, then we begin the process of change. But the homosexual community has created this culture and these terminologies, and people follow the terminologies like masculine toxicity. I'm like, how is a man toxic if he's the opposite match to a woman? But they don't want that because, like you said, the slave master been raping us and bucking us for the last 570-some years. So we've been dealing with this type of.
I never heard toxic femininity. So
toxic masculinity. Yeah, that's the new term now for a straight.
Yeah, I know, but I never heard nobody say, "Oh, that's toxic femininity." You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me ask my brothers on the panel a question before I go. I want to ask my brothers a question. I want to get y'all guys' perspective on this because I struggle with this part. Where do we? Because I got a gay nephew. I got a gay nephew and a gay second cousin. Right? How do we deal with our gay family members that's not part of the gay agenda? They're just gay, and they may go to school. They love their parents just as much as you do. but they're gay. We can't ungay them, but they're not part of the agenda. Or you find out that you got people that's on the black side and they're rolling with you in the struggle. They work, they do certain things, but you find out they're gay. What do we do with them?
We have to deal with the commonality, and that means rise above their homosexuality is just a chosen behavior. It's an influenced behavior, but it's a chosen behavior. And I handle my gay customers, my gay I don't even use the word gay. Gay is a word of deception. That means fondly and happily. They're the number one suicide rate on the planet, so none of them are really happy. So I tell them that you're homosexual, and I do not like your behavior. I don't agree with your behavior. However, I still love you as my family. I still love you as my brother. I still love you as my cousin. And when I encounter a customer like that, I let him know, brother, you don't have to pronounce that you're gay because that's your personal business. That's your personal choice. It doesn't affect my choices. However, you have to respect your environment, bro, and just be you amongst me. And you're a man. I hug my lesbian customers and I shake their hands with a surety with my male customers to let them know that first, you're black. All homosexuals is a different color, but you are black, and they are Chinese first, Italian first, Irish first, white first. You be black first. Then we'll deal with your condition or your behavior, because what you do is you're responsible for what you do. I'm not responsible for that. I pay no consequence for that. I'm going to love you from where you are, but I'm not going to love what you do.
I'm glad
Miss Tom, you said your education level is two-way advanced, but it can't be, because the simple fact that these are just men having conversation and we can all agree to disagree. So because nobody
advanced.
Your opinion.
That's an arrogant statement, yo.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's an emotional response. That's just an emotional response. They're triggered.
You're too advanced for us. And this is what we're talking about. Exactly what we're talking about. Because again, you want somebody to agree with you. And if we're not agreeing with what you're saying, then you're just too advanced for us.
Well, her emotional, you gotta understand too, what is her educational foundation? What's her educational background? Because she may believe she's been educated a certain way to resist the truth, which most black women do when black men are speaking. So she's saying she's too educated. Great. Then exit stage left and educate someone on truth.
You're not making no sense right now.
Yeah. Hit the link, lady.
Hear bullshit.
And on top of that, I'm gonna tell you, but see, a lot of that is an emotional trigger response when you see that. You throw that out in front, but we know that's a sign of trauma. Because remember, we're traumatized people. So this conversation that we're having, most likely, she's probably been hurt young by a man. So when she hears men talking this way, it triggers something in her. And then now we're being held responsible for certain things. See, we're broken in so many different ways. And I like the brother that articulated that, because I'm gonna tell you, I had to defend one of my cousins one time, because it was a conversation about 2 years ago. And the brother was like, yeah, we need to kill all gays. And I was like, bro, you say kill all gays? Well, start with your family first. And you lead the charge, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Like, nigga, you come near my aunt's son, nigga. He got my last name. I'm gonna fuck you up. So for me, but that's why what I'm saying is, for me, one of my best friends, my childhood, my day one best friends, he got 5 kids. One of his sons is gay. Like, we practically raised him. So I used to be homophobic when I was growing up, but it's like I'm not now, because I'm who I am. I'm transphobic. I got a problem with trans. I don't have a problem with gay people. My only issue is when I'm talking to other straight brothers is, and what does a society looks like for African Americans when we getting our shit together, knowing we coming from all this trauma, like, because we're different than everybody else. We have people amongst us, and the brother, you broke it down and explained it. I think that it's conversations that we never actually have, because it's like we talk about certain things, and there's certain things that we don't want to talk about at all. Because like I said, my homeboy told me, this is some real shit. My homeboy got 5 kids. He take care of all his kids, but I never used to see for like 7 years. Him and his gay son was estranged. Yep. Me and him got into a big argument over that, right? You know what he told me? Every time he looked at his son, he felt bad, because he couldn't understand how something like that could come out of him. So every time he looked at his son, he couldn't be around him and shit. They get along now, but they had to go through all kinds of therapy, bro. He couldn't be there for his son because he couldn't understand. He felt like he failed his son because his son was gay.
But you got to realize this too, bro. In 1971, they started chemically poisoning our people through fertility shots. They were giving women that had a male fetus estrogen,
Yeah.
and women that had female fetuses testosterone. So when children come out, they have a chemical imbalance, believing that they're one way and that they're been born in a mutated form by being a male when you're a male or a female when you're a female, but have a female mind when you're a male and a male mind when you're a female. That's just from a chemical imbalance, as well as the aid and abetting of society. As the brother said, the playbook been set up a long time ago. We just have always been the trophy on the table for the game that's being played.
No,
So
I agree. And you remember that scientist Tyrone? The black guy.
yes, sir. The brother that brung out AZT.
I was
Yeah.
just about to bring that
That's
up.
how they was doing it.
Yeah. Let me put this on the table then. As black men, how do we respond as black men if you find out that one of your sons is gay? Because I see my best friend how he did it, and now, like I said, he took care of all his sons, but he stopped speaking to his oldest son for like 7-8 years. Because but I'm gonna tell you what happened. Me and him got into a big argument. He started crying when we start pushing at each other and start hollering. And I seen the pain and the frustration, but I never stopped to think about how in a society, we're straight black men. We're raised from the time we come out of the womb of what homosexuality was. I never looked at it from his perspective of what he thought or how he felt having a gay son. Nobody cared about how he felt.
Right. But his best advice from one man to another, bro, you let him know to be a man. That's it. Like your son has made a decision. You let your son also know, like I told my family members, look, man, I grew up under the son and the grandson of a murderer. So I grew up in the street, and I'm out here getting shot and pulling triggers. Now, when I come to Thanksgiving dinner, I ain't coming to Thanksgiving dinner and putting the twin Rugers on the table. See, because that's not what we do here. So when you around me, son, you be my son. When you're with your people and your lifestyle, you do that. But remember, consequences come with that. So certain places you might can't go, certain things you might can't do, or certain entities won't accept you. You have to be able to be accountable and responsible to your choices that you have made. As your father, I raised you with the intention of you being a man like myself. However, that's not our reality, son. But remember, your choices comes with consequences, like some choices come with rewards. Justice is equal with everybody.
Yeah, I feel you. I would love my son, but he probably would give me a heart attack. I don't know how I would deal with that, but I just think as men, especially as a straight man, your son, your namesake, man, you know how we are when we got our sons, man. But I'm gonna tell you, these conversations are important, man. We need to have these are real conversations amongst real men that actually happen in the community. This is the type of shit. But I'm gonna tell you, as men, we we got to get back to being unapologetic, man, and stop running away from the real conversations. We're not advocating. I'm gonna jump off because I gotta go and train this class. We're not advocating hurt nobody. This is just men having a vulnerable conversation. We're not trying to be macho. We just talking on what should be. I think a lot of you women that may not like this is actually protection for you. These type of conversations is necessary because you got black men talking now.
Yeah, and without black men talking, we don't learn from each other, bro. That's why they kept us in a boy-like state. Men speak their mind and speak direct. Boys speak with fear and hesitation. So when we have dialogues like this, we build each other. We enforce, we strengthen each other, bro. And the problem is black women have a forum everywhere they go to speak, but it's without civil dialogue. We don't have the forum to speak. So we should be taking what we need, taking what we want, taking what's already ours, and starting with our manhood, our communities, and our families.
Facts.
We do that, everybody follow. The gay kids, they'll say, hey, that's the strength that I see. Because if you look at it, the mentality of a gay man, he don't look for protection from the other man. Because he already know he's technically a man. So he just deal with the lifestyle. Same thing with the women. They have a woman usurps the mind of a man, and she thinks that she's the protector. So you see the lesbian sisters training and working out, boxing, they be at the gym, getting it in, as if they have to adorn the responsibility of a man. but it's just
Yeah,
that
but they can't
mentality
protect
of
no
being
woman.
enforced.
They can't protect no woman. That's for sure.
Right? It's our reality because they're teaching us now that women are kings. Imagine a little boy, a black boy that's 8 years old, seeing the woman king.
Yeah, and that's no such thing. That's
it's an oxymoron.
Facts.
But our sisters are so diseased in their brain that they defend and support the outright direct attack on their black mate.
Yep.
See, and when their children grow up, they'll be the same passive and ignorant female that's growing this man up that's going to be abusive to her and other women, because homosexuals, they interact with women, but they don't like women because women are their direct competition. See, women don't see that until a woman walk in the room and see her husband with one, or see her son getting raped at school by one. Then they'll start having this resistance. Then they'll have this reaction instead of being proactive and making your children natural and allow them to have the opportunity to choose what's right for them. And that's not right at all, in no way. We got to change it.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like I lived in Atlanta at one time, and I'm gonna keep it real. Them things, I call them things. A lot of them look just like women, and they could fool men.
Yep.
That's how a lot of them get killed.
Yep.
And people don't understand that. Now they don't have to tell you they used to be a man. They can just say they're a woman.
Yep.
They don't gotta say they're trans. They can say they're woman. They got their ID saying women names, saying female on the ID, birth certificate, women. And he was born a man.
God, you familiar? You in Jersey, so you familiar with the brother that was in the prison, right? Getting the women pregnant.
Yeah, true indeed. I'm in PA now, guy. I moved to PA, but yeah, I know. I'm familiar with the brother that got 3 women pregnant. The transgender man that got 3 women pregnant in prison.
Let Miss Tom tell it. It's all good though, right? That shit is all cool, right?
Yeah, like now the state paying them for being raped.
You know,
see, all of that shit don't make no sense.
And they wasn't raped. They
wasn't raped.
They gave it up to him.
Of course, he was a man. But at the end of the day, you can call him girl all you want. But when you take his clothes off, he's a man, and he's gonna function as a man. Yeah. See, and that should prove that should be a precedence, a legal precedence, to stop this damn madness, bro. But black men aren't standing up. See, the problem with black men is that they're not defending themselves either. See, we just being quiet, complaining about it. You ain't changing it, then don't complain it. Word up. And that's our problem, bro. Like the brother said, we do have to be adamant.
You see what Miss Tom said? The trans person was raped by a woman prisoner. How the hell does that make sense?
Easy. In their demented brain. In their demented brain, you can say, hey, that man was held down. He was held down, and they made
raped by a bunch of women.
What the hell?
Well, a man gotta get hard to get raped. We gotta have an erection to get raped by a woman. You know what I'm saying?
To ejaculate, you have to have an erection. So, so what are they talking about? But once again, that shows the mental retardation of our women. They have been, for real, bro. They've been so influenced to not see and believe us. Yeah, bro. They believe everything. If some of our sisters, bro, if they drop a glass of milk in front of you and you see it, but they don't see that you've seen it, when you address it, they'll tell you that they didn't do it. That's the way some of our women are, bro. Some of our women, a majority of them, they will, when it comes to being accountable to a black man, it's alien because they've only had to answer to white men.
Yeah.
So when you tell a sister that science, she's like, oh no, I do what I want to do, and the white man don't tell me to do nothing. The white man tells you to do everything, you just don't complain. So you think that you're doing it on your own. That's a puppet. Word up. And that's our problem.
Sugar Bum, what the hell that got to do with what we talking about? Look at
Sugar Bum wilding this morning, man. What's wrong with Sugar Bum?
Sugar Bum probably smoking that bud early in the morning.
If we had more love, we would do less killing, sis. See, she's concerned about the conditions that have been employed on us, However, you're not concerned about addressing the topic. See, accountability is everything for our people, bro, and we ain't got none of it, especially our black women. Black men are held accountable even when they're not accountable. Black women get an exemption. So
hold on, hey, Tammy Stewart, we're not talking about all black women. We're talking about the delusional black woman.
Well, we're talking about those who see these statements and hear this dialogue and amend that title to them.
Don't take it to heart, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do all the time. We take it personally, then we miss the message. Instead of you internalize it and miss the message, rather than looking at it from a scientific point and finding the understanding to the message. They want to be defensive.
The bum says black men kill other black men. We ain't taking that to heart because we don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Black men are doing all the killing, not us. You said women ain't killing? There's a lot of women that kill black men. That kill black women.
Explain, Woman King. See, we don't want it when the shoe is on the other foot, man. It's deep, bro. Word. Explain their activity of aggression. See, killing and harming someone isn't the only way to hurt someone. See, the white man has done his greatest hurt in our brain rather than our bodies. So she talking about us killing each other. Yeah, white people kill each other, Asian people kill each other, Italian people, everybody kill each other.
I don't get it. Trans men exist.
That's the women that want to be men.
Right. The problem is this, bro. It's the hype. We're only discussing the lies that's been placed to us as an influence. If we really looked at the reality of it, like I don't use the word homophobic because I'm not afraid of nothing or no one. So why would I be afraid of a homosexual? No, I'm not afraid of you. I'm anti-homosexual, not homophobic. See, I just don't like that. I don't do that. That's against my beliefs. So let me be me.
And y'all
live in a world now that you're allowed to be you.
Y'all hating on the straight man. Y'all heterophobic. Are we gonna start saying that? You know?
Yeah. That's a good one. I gotta use that.
Heterophobic.
That's the truth. That's actually the truth grammatically, because they are afraid of straight up. They say the most dangerous person in the world is a black man with finance that's straight and want to be a father. They say it's the most dangerous person in the world. Black man with finance that's straight and want to be a father. And it's real.
You know what? I'm keeping it real. They hate heterosexual men now.
Yeah.
We're the enemy now because we don't
BWF, black man with finance.
It's deep, bro, because when we look at the white man's culture and his history, he's existed. See, white people don't produce females as much as they produce males. They produce it's 4 males to every woman. And the black woman produce 9 females to every 1 man. So when you look at the science, if you move black men out of the way,
it's all about the science.
The white man could be the only man on the planet.
Life. They don't understand that. It's all about preserving white life and conquering.
If you make us homosexuals, then what we are? We're less than men, and homosexuals don't reproduce.
Yep.
It's deep, bro.
No.
Black women don't see it.
But you know what? That's why they don't kick it. They don't want to reproduce.
Right. Yep. That's the enemy. It's strength in numbers. One black woman can have 10 children versus the white woman that can only have 2. See, it's strength in numbers. That's why they bred us on the plantation. Word up. We was growing like crops. And no, black women don't address none of that, though. They easily call you a motherfucker, but they won't tell you why. See, because when we wasn't being bucked, when a black man got out of control on the plantation, they would tie him up and fuck him in front of everybody. See, raping. Black women don't have no affinity to that one. See how we got like this. We didn't come here with homosexual behavior. That was implanted on us by the Europeans who was already practicing it for thousands of years. Just like they try to teach us homosexuality was always here. It wasn't. Before they got here, we wasn't practicing that according to history.
Yeah, they wasn't getting no pussy. They had to take it. They had to hit
hit her in the head and drag her, steal her. You the caveman.
In Europe, right?
You love heterosexual men. You used to like homophobic people. Nobody on this panel is homophobic.
We're not afraid of homosexuals.
In Europe,
we just do not agree with the behavior.
They got a little run that the women do. They run around naked in Europe because the men don't want to bang the woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of deep shit that goes on with them. You know, psychological shit.
Hold on. Check this out.
That's why the Moors had to go around.
Let me say this time again.
Tearing shit up.
Miss Dom, just because I don't agree with homosexuality, don't make me homophobic. It makes me a black, strong man that got black, strong sons and daughters. That I know that's not right and exact in my way of life. Now, if you agree with it, that's what you agree with. If you don't mind your son sucking a cock, that's you that don't mind your son sucking a cock. That has nothing to do with me. It's not me being homophobic. No, a lot of you black women like you that's defending this shit, y'all just doing this.
Blackness.
Y'all don't respect black men anyway.
Right.
Y'all hate us inside your heart. You talk about you love heterosexual men, but you'll share your heterosexual man with a transformer, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Probably have Nazi 12 with him.
It's deep, bro, because our people get so emotionally drunk. And that's the problem with our people. We rely on our emotions. Like I correct the young brothers that I mentor. Don't tell me how you feel. Tell me what's real. Women do the feeling. You do the thinking. So when we deal with women that's been influenced to feel a certain way, they defend their feelings without understanding truth. And it's been done time and time again. Oh, I thought she said such and such and such and such. Well, damn, you just beat that girl up and stabbed her. What do you mean you thought she said? You didn't know? No, you didn't know because you felt a certain way. And your feelings are influenced like the wind. They can come and go depending on which force is behind them. So our women are now just being emotional. And they're just having emotional reaction.
We can't be in the home. Once we're not in the home, they're being raised by single mothers. Single mothers creates all these little
hold up. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you some real funny shit. Check this out. I was downtown Newark. I was doing a back to school giveaway for the kids, giving them sneakers last year, right? So I'm downtown Newark on my broader market, right? And this young lady walked past, and she got these tight, skin tight pants on, with some pink Timberland boots on, and a pink shirt, whatever. Her son had the same thing on. And nobody think nothing wrong with that. Seeing a little 5-year-old boy dressed like a woman.
Nope.
Dressed like
there's no real male presence in the household, you know, because
no, I'm God body. I'm part of 5% Nation of God's and Earth.
And when you do have it,
African. I'm alive.
I'm do everything to destroy it. She ain't about nothing, man. She just talking.
Yeah, keep arguing with her, man. She the only woman up here.
Hey, bro, it's called vanity. When you vain, women only hang out with homosexuals because they are enamored by the activity of a male copying or mimicking them. So it makes them feel good. It makes them feel superior. It makes them feel valuable.
See? Black women when they gay.
Yeah, see, it makes them feel so valuable that now I don't have to deal with the trauma of having a boy in my life, which the sister was wrong. Oprah created this culture 40 years ago. I remember when it happened. Before then, black men and black women had the affinity for each other, and you didn't have no such thing as called the independent black woman. See, so that just happened 40 years ago. I was around when that happened. So the sister is mistaken, and she's under an influence that she don't even understand. This psychology that we living under, bro, has been created by the enemy, and it's been fed to us hand over hand. And our women have eaten it up because it appeals to their vanity. So you want to see a man act like a woman? She's happy with that until men run down, beat that man up, and rape and take everything from her. Now, where's the men at? No, nigga. We always been here. You just was ignoring us. You didn't like us because you wanted what someone else had and what someone else presented. And that's the thing.
All facts.
God, right there. God. A lot of these women are dating bisexual men or feminine men.
Yes.
They be dating the men that want them to put the strap on them, put a thumb up their ass. They like that shit. That makes them feel empowered. When they get a real
Yo.
man, they can't do that to. They know what level they on now.
Yo, that's crazy you said that, man. Because like for the last 15 years, I've been hearing that shit, and I've encountered women be like, "Hey, you know, you don't like a finger in your ass while you fucking." I'm like, man, if you touch my ass, it's a fight. See, you already know it's a violation.
I don't want your tongue in my ass.
Man, don't put your tongue, your finger, don't put nothing near my ass. And I tell a woman in a minute, I don't beat on women, bro. I am a stark defender of women. But if you violate me, I'm gonna hurt you. There's no hesitation in that. Now, like I said, we all get choices. We get to choose what we do, but we don't get to choose our consequences. So when a man decides to be with a homosexual man, another man in a sexual manner, then he chose those consequences that come. So you can't come around to other men acting like you a man, bro. You have to sit in your position, son. And don't forget, you chose to be that. Now that's the seat for those people. Just like when I come in your environment, bro, there's a seat for me. See, when I'm around a whole bunch of homosexuals, I'm quite sure there's a straight chair for the straight guy. See? So the same thing for you.
Right.
And I'm gonna say one more thing, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, I don't really touch this topic too much because a lot of people get their panties in a bunch. A lot of men do, a lot of women do, you know what I'm saying? But we got a show full of alpha males, we got a show full of grown ass men to raise kids and handle their responsibility, handle their business. So what I'm saying is, how does it affect you? It affect my kids. It affected me. My kids are seeing this shit. These little kids, if I had little kids, it's an abomination now. They see this, they think it's right. They see cartoon characters kissing on Disney.
Yeah.
The new Robin's bisexual.
Yeah.
That son is supposed to be gay.
They got a gay cartoon called She's Out. It's a drag queen. A boy go into a closet in school and shit, come out as a drag queen. See this, but you ain't got no Nat Turner cartoons. See, this is my problem with us. And I blame us too, bro. Because it's our problem. It's our problem. Men aren't fighting. Black men should be at war right now, physically and mentally. See, I know a lot of brothers don't want to hear that, but in order to change what has already been done, at some point, there's going to be a physical confrontation. We just have to be wise enough to choose how it's going to be, when it's going to be, and where it's going to be. And that's the art of war. But it's happening, bro. And either we're going to submit to it and allow this generation to be raised to create a whole world of homosexuals without reverence or remembrance of who we are now, or we fight and go down in the books as warriors, kings, and men.
Hold on. Yo, guys, listen. Yo, I'm about to.
I can't see it, but if you could tell me.
I see two heterosexual kids kissing on TV. What's your point? They're heterosexual.
Two heterosexual kids don't kiss.
She said I see two heterosexual kids kissing on TV. What's your point?
They're kids, they're children. They don't know any better, and they've been influenced by some adults. Be responsible, be accountable for the evil that you have shared, sis. Stop acting as if this stuff is wrong. Just because you've been influenced to it, sis, it's wrong. So if I go out and commit a crime, damn it, it's wrong. Regardless of whether I had to feed my family with the money that I got, it still was wrong. And when I get caught, I'm going to pay the consequence. So it's a part of being accountable and responsible as a human being. And if you can't be that, sis, then apparently you're in the wrong world because you're mentally dead. And that means you can't see things mentally. You can't see, hear, or speak mentally. You can only react to what someone else has programmed you. And right now you function under a program, sis. You got to function under reality. And the reality is that people get to choose. Lesbians get to choose. Homosexuals get to choose. And heterosexuals get to choose. We choose to be regular. And everything is regular. Homosexuality is a mutation. It's not normal. It's not natural. And the word natural and normal is synonymous. So the way you began is the way you are. And if you've been chemically altered, then we must socially correct you. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're going to be a bigger part of the problem that we're fighting right now than a part of the solution that you should be a part of, because it's to your own self-interest. I hope you can understand that, sis. Please, because the fight is not with her.
You don't understand it.
Now, the fight is not with her. That's the trick. That's the devil. The devil has deceived us into putting us in these positions. See, black men are having dialogue, and black women aren't used to black men being black men. See, they're just used to us being niggas and Negroes. Well, when you speaking to gods, goddammit, we rule with force and power. And that's all based on the science that we've been given called life. Now, if you deal with anything else different, and I challenge sisters to find some other point in history where people were successful with a homosexual community. Ask the Greeks and the Romans how that worked out for them.
You know?
They in ruins right now. Ain't shit in Greece and Rome, but stone, rubbled ruins. You know why? Because that society
was a homosexual cross-dresser, yo. And he's the one that started the whole shit to take down our black our whole black power movement. So y'all gotta understand that this shit is deep more y'all think. And y'all, if y'all think that we just gonna sit here and let it slide and let it, nah, that's not how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you gonna go against the natural order of things? I don't understand.
When you're a devil, the devil is a devaluer. He's a devaluer. That's what the devil does. He devalues life. So when you take life from which it was and you make it your way, we got something they call AI. See, nobody pays attention to what AI is. It's artificial intelligence. Anything that functions under an activity of intelligence is called life. So you're creating artificial life, a world next to the world that already exists. And now they're modifying people through that. And once you modify the mind, the body will follow. And that's what's happening. That's why this sister's so sublime and ignorant to the truth until it works against her. Then she'll be saying, hey, my brothers, where are you? See? Hey, my brothers, I need you. Nah, nigga. You be right with those fags that made you the way you are and made you hurt us. See, I'm tired of being hurt, bro. And people talking about, oh, just suck it up and forgive them. Nah, nigga. You get this work. Then we can talk about forgiveness. Because if you ain't getting no consequence, you ain't going to change. Yep. And we got to stop being passive. Nah. The sister better understand that she's dealing with black men. If you ain't familiar with it, then you just need to stay on this podcast so you can learn who we are, because this is an example of who black men are. Can't accept that, sis? Then you go be in a world with women, because the Amazon don't exist.
Hold up. And then she said something earlier. She said her friend went to her transgender friend went to Dubai. They probably didn't know he was transgender. That's why they didn't do nothing to him.
So what is that? I don't get it.
If he went to Dubai and he was a man, he conducted himself as a man. Exactly. If he was a woman, they made him dress in garb as a woman. See, you still don't get away with disrespect in that country, because the law in that country is the law. Just like over here, you come over here and you violate the law, they're gonna make you pay for it. See? So, same thing. We can't excuse what's real, bro. If you take your ass somewhere else outside the United States, like Brittany
Griner,
that's
in high school right now, and they said she's allowed to identify as a cat because she says she's a cat. And she, you know.
Yes. I'm glad somebody did that.
So there's a
I
guy
told my cousin
who went to court. He identifies a little baby. And there's another guy that like, yo, on the reels, y'all just wasting your time trying to.
It's not a she. It's a he dressed like a she.
Facts. That's why I call them brothers.
Yeah, make them mad. What's up, bro?
Yeah. Hey, what I'm supposed to say? Hey, girl. Nigga, no. You got a baseball bat and 2 balls. I ain't playing baseball, nigga.
Do that shit in Iran and see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, any country that's based on righteousness.
Yeah.
See, the Islamic world has a lot of savage, dysfunctional people within it because they're Caucasian. However, they still abide by the original law that we originally gave them. And homosexuality in the Islamic community, in the Jewish community, in the real Christian community is forbidden. See, but when you ain't really Christian, you just lying because some white man done gave you something that you think. You don't even read the damn book. The Bible clearly tells you in Leviticus and Deuteronomy, hey, Don't be doing none of that shit, nigga. See, it tells you in the Old Testament and the New Testament. But guess what they do? They want to exempt that by saying God ain't real, religion is not beneficial, and all of that stuff is brainwashing.
Yeah.
See, and a white man's been successful at doing that because we gave everybody religion, including the white man. And when we say religion, a form of discipline that you intend to have righteous activities. Religion ain't got nothing to do with God, ain't got nothing to do with the law, ain't got nothing to do with Jehovah, ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Religion is what you choose to do with an extreme discipline. If you drink every day, you drink religiously. You smoke every day, you smoke religiously. See, that's what religion is. So we've been tricked, though, to believe that religion is something outside of that. Which I keep correcting people, it's not, man. But they tricked you. So now you don't want to hear nothing about God. You don't want to hear nothing about righteousness because they made our youth believe that it's all lies and it suppresses and it oppresses their ability to have freedom of choice. When in reality, you don't have freedom of choice, nigga. This is America. You ain't never been free to make no choices. That's the real. We can lie to ourselves all we want. Just like that sister lying to herself to believe that we have offended. You have, like I teach the kids at my mentoring class. When have you ever, I ask them all, how many of y'all in y'all 10th grade, 15 years or 16 years have friends die or been killed? All of them raise their hand. Then I ask them, how many of you have more than one? They all raise their hand again. Then I asked them, how many of you guys know any homosexual friend, neighbor, relative that's been killed because they were gay? None of them know any of that. Yet, one young boy, that was his first statement of defense, but they're being killed every day because of who they are. I said, no, black men are being killed every day because of who they are, but they got you looking at them.
And really and truly, it's the white community that's really homophobic. They really don't like that. You know, so we don't really care. You know what I'm saying? You go do it. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Push that.
In the white community, it's their culture. It was forced on us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is what they do by normalcy. Like they was in an environment where there wasn't enough women. So if you don't produce women, you soon turn and incur with men. And that's how they.
I'm talking about white Anglo-Saxon, you know.
Oh yeah. Them the ones I like. The conservative.
I appreciate you.
You know, so
now, you know what? Too, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna be real honest right now. When I walk in the store, man, when I go in the store and I see how these women be treating these young boys, how these women be treating their men, their kings, how they be abusing them mentally, because they do that. When they want to be the boss, when they want to be the man of the situation, when they want to have a penis bigger than ours, they talk to you or talk down to you like you ain't nothing, yo. Because they see the white man do it to you, and they think it's all right. So you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to stuff like that, they got more respect for the homosexual and transgender community. They got respect for their black kings. Somebody that protect them. Somebody that knock down doors for them. Somebody that put out fires for them. Somebody that throw them on their shoulder and walk through hot burning flames to get them out safe, risking their life.
So what are you? Why she say you Negro or whack?
What you say?
You ain't black, Miss Tom. You ain't black. What is he?
She said you nigger or whack. She said you niggers or whack. Word, Joe. Y'all promote hate, nothing but hate. I want trans women to pay you attention. Just say it.
Can she define the word Negro? Ask her, can she define the word Negro in script?
What does Negro mean, Miss Tom?
Yeah. Because she don't know what it means.
What does Negro mean, Miss Tom?
By definition.
Facts.
See, people be speaking words they don't have no knowledge of. That's why I ask people all the time, do you know the definition of that word? Because you don't know what a Negro is if you're saying that we're Negroes.
And then she continues to say you promote hate.
Well, give us an example of the hate that we've promoted. See, you can't, because the hate is a word you don't even understand. Anything you hate You have an endless mission to kill it, rid it, remove it. Now, if you ever been really in the street or had a situation when you hated somebody, you can't sleep. See? You do everything you can do to study and find that nigga so you can handle that shit. Right. See? Yeah, because the pain made you hurt. See, nigga, I didn't have my brother and everybody lay down, nigga, in front of me. So I know what pain and hurt and hate feel like. These women have no idea because they're speaking from blind emotion. She's emotionally drunk right now because she's trying to defend something that has no defense.
Emotionally drunk, probably highly intelligent, sounding like a babbling buffoon / idiot.
She's probably well educated in a linear sense. See, somebody taught her maybe economics. Somebody may have taught her finance. Somebody may have taught her psychology. Somebody may have even taught her nursing. You're educated in that linear fashion, but you're not educated in the reality of your people.
Common sense, reality of people, common sense. She's not educated in common sense. That's what it is, man.
Or she got common sense because most people are thinking like her. She don't have good sense. See, we have good sense. We're not common thinkers because we are the majority has common sense because they're all linked to the same mindset and thought, but they don't have good sense. That's why we have this dysfunctional, hellish reality that we live in. So nah, she good with her common sense with those common folk, but she better realize that when she's dealing with the real black men that are not passive cowards, man. We don't get on here to talk to each other, to belittle and put each other down. We here to advance each other, build each other, help each other. See, I can't be a better man and a father if I don't talk to y'all. And that's real, bro, because I haven't lived everything y'all have lived and y'all haven't lived what I live. But when we dialogue, we all now share the same experience, so we all know how to react to certain instances that we encounter. If we don't, then we're still just disunited, solo people only being held for a demise. See, 7 candles give a brighter light than 1 candle. We should all shine together.
Yo, man, it's crazy though, man. We up here trying to teach, you know what I'm saying? And they up here
telling Massa, look what these niggas do. They over here trying to get away from the plantation. See, that's the way we do, bro.
Well, that's how you know people want to be stuck in ignorance instead of understanding, you know. You didn't come up with no sensible questions or nothing like that.
All we have to do is get a white face to say what we're saying, and it'll be all good.
Right.
That's real, bro. That's how our people are programmed. If we get a white man,
as Tim Wise and the other white woman came out about racism, like, oh,
yeah. It was like, oh man, did you hear that? They shared it like 3 million times. I'm like, hey, do you know we've been saying that for the longest? Have you ever listened to anything that any of us been saying? No, because it doesn't come from white lips. And we got to understand our people. In order to cure or heal a patient, you have to study and diagnose the disease that the patient is dealing with. And when we look at our people, like, I have no malice against the sister because I deal with that every day. The proper handling of people is a skill that I exercise. However, sis, there's no more time for us to be passive when dealing with y'all, because y'all take our kindness and our expression and our explanations as if we're some fucking cowards, man, or some dumb numbnuts that's running around hating on people. The people that's hating on people is openly killing people. Now, I just had a conversation on another podcast with the I went in on the brother Bro Jackson. How the fuck is you as a black man gonna go down there and pay for 19 people's funeral, bro, in Texas, but you ain't pay for 1 funeral in Buffalo? You niggas done forgot that a white boy went into a supermarket and killed 10 black people on camera unmercifully? And we don't hear nothing about that. But you pay out of your pocket for 19 funerals, bro. Like, what type of nigga is you? See, sis, that's the Negro, sis. See? And a Negro is a man that's been made other than himself for the purpose of another without benefit. That's what we call a slave. A nigga is the worst uncivilized example of a Negro. So it's levels to this shit. So since you don't understand what a Negro is, stop using these words because they're offensive, like homophobic. Or they're offensive like faggot. See, they're offensive. They're offensive.
Speak that shit, Lord.
We got to stop this shit, man. I'm tired. And we love our sisters, bro. I just went live a few weeks ago because the sister had her wallet on top of her car, bro. I come off my morning run. I'm outside stretching. I see the wallet. I run up to the sister car, get the wallet in my hand. I'm telling the sister, I said, sis, God must have blessed you this morning while I'm pulling the wallet off the top of her car. She tell me, get the fuck away from her car, bro, and roll her window up. While she rolling the window up, I stick her wallet in between the window to prevent it from closing. And she see her wallet like, oh, bro, she took the wallet and went back talking on the phone, didn't say thank you or anything, bro. And a Spanish sister was watching it. And she was like, what was wrong with her? I said, I gave her a wallet that was on top of her car for I don't know how long. It had her money and everything in it. And she told me to get the fuck away from her. She said, and the Spanish chick had more appreciation for what I did for her than even she. So when black women talk this bullshit, I tell them all the time, be a better woman and stop being a female. Because nigga, females are slaves. Women become wives and queens. And y'all got to learn the difference because I'm a man and I'm not just a male. A male never becomes a man. Men are made and males are born.
Hold on. Pastor, whoever's Lenny, thank you for the $5 donation to my Cash App. I appreciate it.
Hey, Born, text me your Cash App too, Born. You heard? Because I normally try to do it through the super chat, but I could just Cash App you straight. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. That Cash App, that super chat, they take that shit out. They take all your shit from your super chat.
Oh, word?
Yeah, super chat, they take like 30% of your money in super chat.
Yeah, I ain't know none of that. You feel me? Like that. Well, I'm glad. I could just send it to you straight through Cash App, and that'll be direct, right?
Yeah, true indeed.
Yeah, because I was putting $5 donations.
Salute, Clinical. I appreciate you, bro. Clinical, salute for the Cash App, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, please support our brother platform, man, and let's spread it. Let's share it, man. So because we know there's many great minds out there amongst black men, but we don't have a platform or actual room to have dialogue with each other on real topics. Everybody got to be so master conscious.
Yeah.
And I ain't beat for that. Word up. I'm a master controller, not master conscious. And niggas want to be master conscious all the time, like somebody watching us. I don't give a fuck if they watching us.
Man, I don't gotta bite my tongue. I don't gotta bite my tongue or close my mouth or shut my eyes, act like I don't see what I see, hear what I hear, taste what I taste.
Facts.
Word is bond, regardless of whom or what. You should give your life before your world should fail. Period.
True indeed. And if we live on our word,
real men do.
I ain't gonna let nobody tell me how to feel a thing. My mama keep telling me how to feel a thing.
Right.
She took care of me while I was in prison. I still feel now. You can't tell me nothing. I'm a man. You're a woman. You can give me advice. That I'm gonna have to listen and accept it.
And we don't understand the hierarchy because we've never been placed in a position of authority. So when black women, like I told them all the time, y'all go to work. Y'all don't eat at your desk. You don't talk on your phone. You don't do nothing. Whatever they tell you to do. And he didn't even tell you verbally. He just gave you an employee handbook and you followed and obeyed it. I asked you. You owe me because I've done for you, but you won't do that for me. You see, she doesn't see us as men as they've been trained to see us as boys. And that's our problem. And if our women have a heart, they'll take a moment and step back and say, hey, perhaps they are right. Black men have been in more pain than any creature on the planet. That's why I told the brother, the only culture, the only commonality that black people have from LA to New York is black pain. See, once we get a hold of that, stop letting it be afflicted upon us and start taking advantage of the effect, we can redivert that energy into something more productive, which is freedom, justice, and equality.
Hold on, Pastor Daniel Lewis, salute for the Cash App, man. I appreciate you, brother. We give love, we teach on this panel, man. We teach, we give you entertainment, we teach as well. Sometimes you got to put the medicine in the food for the babies, the kids to eat.
Facts. Yes, sir.
Real talk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but that's true, though. You got to put the medicine in the food sometimes, God.
Actually, that's how I deal with the homosexual community, bro. I get them love, man, cause you're a human being. Like I've been ostracized, bro. Word up. I grew up a person, my whole community, family, and everything said I was gonna be dead by the time I was 21, bro.
Same here, bro.
So you know, I was a father at 13, took my first gunshot at 13. I was homeless for 9 months at 13, and niggas wrote me off. Like the brother said, I didn't write back, but they wrote me off, bro. And by the time I was 16, I was on my own, living a life, hustling, still in school, graduated from high school, and got an academic and athletic scholarship, full ride to Syracuse University, bro.
Yo, check this out, bro. When I was 11 years old, I started hustling to put food on the table for me and my sister because at the time my mother was a heroin addict and her boyfriend was a heroin addict, crackhead. My mother been clean for 26 years, 27 years now, so salute to my mother. You know what I'm saying? But I did what I had to do. When I was 13, my mother put me out. She put me out because I wasn't taking it no more. I'm not beat. She put me out. I moved back with my grandmother. Best thing that ever happened to me, and the worst thing that ever happened to me, was me moving to them projects, and then going from my house to them projects. I had to move from the projects back to my grandmother's house. I was like a sissy with a bag of dicks. I was glad to get them projects, bro. But the projects was already in me though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey, bro. I'm from Pioneer Homes. Well, we had E-Port Posse. Everything was. I had to duck bullets, bro.
Facts.
I played ball. I played basketball. I got a 4 scholarship with UNLV. My senior year, I caught a case and had to go to prison. Lost my scholarship. Niggas never thought I would amount to anything. I had knowledge of self all my life. But you know what? It's survival of the fittest in them streets. Only the strong survive. I'm 46. If I don't make it to 47, I did damn good because I wasn't supposed to be here now. Period.
Yes, sir.
And I got 5 beautiful babies, 4 grown kids, and 1 12-year-old son who's 6'4", wears a size 15 shoe, is 235 pounds. And he's 12.
Damn.
So I got good genes, I got good stock, highly educated. I'm a grinder, I'm a hustler. So for all you people up here saying, "Oh, I'm transphobic or homophobic or I hate people," no, I don't hate people. I love the true and original black people that haven't been tampered or diluted in any form.
Facts.
That's mentally or physically. Because being homosexual is not a disease. It's a choice. You choose to want to be that. You ain't born like that. It's a learned behavior. Yep, facts. Learned behavior.
Facts.
Like I said, I don't hate my homosexual brothers and sisters. I love them I love all my black brothers and sisters. I just don't agree with the shit they do. That's it, God. I don't agree with the shit they do.
I don't believe in crime. I don't believe in us out here killing each other without coof. Like we killing each other without culture right now, bro. Without compassion. Like the brothers said previously, when we were out, we were younger. We had rules to the game. One rule was never turn a robbery into a homicide. So now it's the culture kill them anyway. So I don't agree with none of that. But I don't go to these prisons, man, and get these damn talks and shit to these kids trying to deceive them into being a certain way. I go and I teach them the history of who they are and how they should be. And then they get, once again, a chance to make a choice. Because all we have in life is choices. We got to be wise with our choices so that we get rewards instead of consequences.
Hey, yo, bro, yo, God, let me tell you something. You know what? I'm going to say something. You know, a black woman or any woman, they'll feed a stray dog before they help feed a homeless black man.
Facts.
They'll feed an animal before they feed a homeless black man.
Yep.
No, we've been through a hell of a lot. If we homeless, you know we've been through a hell of a lot.
Word.
Like I said, If I see a man that's hungry, I'll feed him. I don't give a fuck. I won't give him no money, but I'll feed him.
I actually give him money. Because I was that homeless guy, but I was a homeless kid. You feel me?
Yeah.
I left home, me and my brother, I did some dumb shit, you feel me? The woman that raised me, I took her car out and was taking her car out late night, still in the car late night, going on joyrides. And then my cousin, he crashed the car. So my older cousin, I grew up in a Jamaican household, you feel me? Like, that's war. You feel me? So these niggas beat me with walking canes, broke my wrist and my ankle, and put me out. I left home. So I was in the street, you feel me? Eating out of garbage cans and creating places to sleep and shit like that. Nowadays, it's different because there's all type of support groups and all of that type of stuff to where the kid out in the street, he got a form. He don't have to make it on his own versus what we experienced then. So we're of a different metal than most people now. And because of those experiences, we have a more experienced dialogue on these situations with the homosexual community, because they themselves too has been ostracized and placed down society in a little box. So I deal with them, like we said, as humans, because we love them, but we just don't love what you do. Just like the people in my family didn't want to fuck with me when I was in the street. I was bad news. So niggas ain't fuck with me. I wasn't invited to stuff. And niggas didn't come around me. It was the worst. So consequences come with our choices, bro. And we have to be more accountable as a people. That's the whole problem. Black people are not being accountable. Or we can deal with our situations. We can deal with anything in our community if we just was accountable. Black women find comfort in homosexuals because they have unity.
Yep.
And see, when you got unity, that's power, bro. And you can feel it. Just like we have unity in this conversation. We got power. We can feel it. See? And Black women have an affinity to those who have power, like white men. White men got unity, they got power. So black women find themselves, like I told the sisters, you don't have nothing to say about Serena Williams giving away the best genetic being we've ever seen to white people. See, she went and had her children by a white man, and that's one of the biggest slaps in the face of Black men ever. Because you're supposed to be the prototype, the physical prototype of the perfectly built Black woman, which you are.
And make it so bad, right? And make it so bad when a white
They've probably been programming her since young, When
a white man was calling her ugly, we was the one defending her and being beautiful Black queens.
Facts, bro. I remember I've had 2 conversations, bro, with white men calling her ape, talking about she built like a man, all of this crazy shit. And then she go and marry onto white people because they isolated her. Just like Tiger Woods. When you grow up in golf, when you grow up in tennis, we not there. So they get what is available. You feel me? What's influenced? If you put a little baby boy with a scorned woman by some no good man, then she'll raise that baby boy with the same emotion and vitriol that she had towards that man to so-called protect him from feeling her pain and emotion. And that's how they validate raising their sons with this emotional dysfunction. That same boy will grow up, and soon as he see another Black man in the street, he already been taught his whole life, niggas ain't shit, so you ain't shit. And I can kill you without compassion because you ain't never been shit.
Hold on. Tammy Stewart, you said Serena Williams tried a number of relationships with Black men that didn't take the relationship. No. Serena Williams, Common was in love with Serena Williams when she started fucking Drake behind Common's back. Common was a sucker for love ass nigga. He always had been. He always treated Black women like a queen. She started fucking Drake and sucking Drake behind Common's back. That's what happened to Tammy Stewart. Remember, I'm a body girl. I was in the industry. I've seen the shit that was going down.
And the reason Serena Williams got with him,
light-skinned chicks or light-skinned dudes.
The reason Serena got with him is because she could do all those things with that white man versus dealing with the consequences of being with a Black man. So with the white man, she can come right on over and party and fuck me all night and go back home and it's all good. Just don't bring no Black babies back here. See? And that's the lifestyle that she chose to live because that's the lifestyle she was cultured and raised in. We don't realize that she was born in Compton, but she was cultured at the country club, at the golf court, at the tennis court. See, so we got to look at our reality. Nah, she could have had a baby with Common.
Yo, her father dying, mad as hell that she laid up with white men.
Yes, he is. He wrote about it in a book about her and Venus.
Word?
Yeah. He's an author. He got like about, bro, I read 3 of his books. He got like 7, 8 books out that I know and seen in the stores. But he's one of the best black men in the history of America. I tell him all the time, there's 3 great black fathers, bro, that I've seen in the last 3 straight generations that are the best black fathers ever. Joe Jackson, Joe Jackson, Richard Williams, and LeVar Ball.
Yep.
Word up. See, every generation have produced that master black man that's a master father that show white men that regardless of what you've done to us and what you continue to do to us, nigga, it's still us. See, and LeVar Ball was the biggest example. And speaking of that, LeVar Ball said exactly. Charles Barkley and Magic Johnson don't never say nothing to me about fatherhood, because Charles Barkley, you don't know your kid, they won't even let you, they'll put you on the TV with a dog before your daughter. And Magic Johnson, your son is the biggest fag I've ever seen on Ventura Boulevard. But and you look at just like Dwayne Wade with his son, he got his son like getting procedures. See, to feminize himself. Like, it's deep, bro, how poisoned and damaged we are as a people.
And all that. That's
you feel me? If we look at the psychology of it, bro, it's either wicked and evil or just plain dumb and mentally retarded. Like your brain has been stifled because you can't make a boy into a girl and a girl into a boy. It's nature that you're tampering with, nigga. So you watch all of these movies like the Dr. Island of Dr. Monroe and all them motherfuckers genetically modifying people. This is what they do. And the brother just showed us in the movie Get Out. Like, nigga, you black skin with a white brain and you don't really realize it. So it's easy for you to kill. It's easy for you to rape. It's easy for you to take. It's easy for you to disrespect and belittle. Because you're just functioning as a black man or a black woman with a white mind. You just got the skin. And black is not a skin color anyway. Black is a culture. It's how you live. It's what you do, how you say, how you spend, how you speak. It's how you interact. That's what black is. Black is not your skin color. But niggas are so confused. That's why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave it to us. So people stop calling us colored and Negro. He gave us an identity. And America had to respect it. So now we are the black man and woman instead of the colored man and woman or the Negroid or the Negro. But we got to love ourselves first, bro. And until we unapologetically black, all of this shit going to continue and it's going to worsen. And we're going to probably die miserable like all of the generations did before us, because we're not the first conscious people running around in a generation. We got it from somebody, and they got it from somebody. Me and Born got it genetically because we was raised in the same type homes. So we know the science. We know that it's always been here. It's just that some of us, it's just the 5%. And when you 5% of something, bro, you can be highly effective or ignored. It's depending on your activity. And we giving that activity. We ruling with force and power. That's showing and proving who's God. And God is not we're not saying we the supreme being, man, but we are the supreme being. So if people can understand and separate the two.
Supreme being. I don't believe in no mystery spooks in
the sky.
There is
no mystery God. There is no mystery God. However, people mistake the reality of the law for being separate. So when we say that God is one who rules with force and power. I'm not the first God to put life in motion. That's where the lost found or the 85% get it construed. That's where they try to. That's why I always speak the correct before they can question. You feel me, black man?
I feel you, brother.
So they know that we are the true and living, bro. There is no mystery God. But our people wait and function under the ideology of a mystery God, and that's why they allow all of this shit to happen to us, bro. Like making men dress up, portray, and mimic women and live as a lifestyle. You can't do that to a real man, bro. And there's a penalty to pay for that. And the penalty is often death because you raped me. See? When are the black women going to see that? This is not no fucking joke. See? If I dressed up like a woman and came in a women's bathroom and started exposing myself as a man, that's a violation. So if you're going to send a man dressed as a woman to me, and he engages sexually with me, and I find out he's raping me by deception.
Facts.
And black women ain't got no goddamn compassion or sympathy or empathy for that. We crying out to your ass, telling you, look, don't support the bullshit. If you're gonna be homosexual, like a homosexual customer of mine is a doctor, he's a psychologist, as a matter of fact, at the prison, but he's a homosexual openly, but he's 60-some years old. He's upset at the campaign that they're pushing to children. Because he said he's known his whole life he was different. But he cannot get with them pushing this campaign to children because he had to become an adult male before he made a decision of what he was going to be sexually. And that's my point. Don't the sisters see the wickedness that's happening to their own babies? But then you will want to be a grandmother later. But when your sons is fagged out, you can forget about grandchildren. This is what hurts a father so much when his son is like that because he don't see himself living forever. You're cutting off my lineage. You're stifling my advancement, my growth. I'm going to die with my son. And that's not right. And we're not looking at it realistically. But we have to if we know or have knowledge of self. And we got that. And that's why we're here for them. And those who are on the podcast, I'm hoping that they give some form of empathy in their heart to have a compassion to create an understanding of what's being said.
Ebony Evans, where are you from, Ebony Evans? You did bathrooms right here say both? I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, they got some. They got some. I seen it on the
I seen the unisex bathroom when I was in a 40-40 club and when I was in the tunnel back in the day.
No, they got them in the rest stops now. Like on the New York State Thruway, they got 3 bathrooms. Word up. And the bathroom, the bathroom in the middle, it got like, you got the man and the women figure. That figure is like conjoined together. Word up. It's deep, bro. My problem is, why can't we do what the homosexual community has done for ourselves as black people? See all of the persecution we have had by law, by witness. Why can't we have our own bathrooms?
Yeah.
See, like, this is my problem with black people. I don't got a problem with the homosexual community, except they have used us to get where they are. And I watched the whole game, bro.
Shout out to DC. DC, the build. I got family in DC. I'm about 2 hours from you. I'm in York, PA. I'm about 2 hours from DC. Tammy Stewart, they don't have them in South Florida. Hell no, they gonna have them in South Florida. You know them racist crackers out there ain't having that shit.
They conservative. They want things the way it always was. And you know what? I agree with that 100%, bro. Because I fight a better fight from the position of what we once were, from the position that we are now, integrated, thinking that we are them and they're with us. I fought a whole better fight when it was just a clear line. Nigga, you over there and we over here.
Yeah, that's
Crack with niggas.
Conservative versus liberal thing,
Yeah,
we got Delaware in the building too. Salute to Delaware.
Salute.
Y'all ever seen the movie Trick Baby?
Timothy Moore Cleveland in the building. Salute to Cleveland. The King James line. King James line.
You got the conservative and the
liberal
talking about how they gonna keep the black population down,
Right. The values of the conservative party benefits black people at this time. And that's where I tell black people politically, we have to function like the homosexual community has deceived us to. They joined in with you know, nobody ain't want them around in the 40s. They was bricking them and everything, beating them up, all of that stuff. So they joined in with the civil rights movement because they was victims. See? And we opened our hand to Jews, which was the deceivers, and the damn homosexual community came in under the civil rights movement and controlled it. See? NAACP, 3 Jewish people, 2 Jewish women and a Jewish man that created something for us.
But I'm gonna tell you what it was too. A lot of people don't understand. Martin Luther King liked them things.
Probably so.
He liked them things. He did. Ain't no problem. He did, brother. They got so much tape of Martin Luther King, FBI files. Martin Luther King, he dropped his drawers to them white boys.
I've never heard of the, anything substantial, so I'm learning from you now. But I don't put that past our people because, like I said, it's a lifestyle, bro. And when you go shake hands and rub elbows with them devils, I've been in the industry since 1992, and I've seen a lot of shit, bro.
Facts,
that
bro.
niggas.
I've been like 90. Bro, I've been since I came home in '98, bro, the first time.
Facts. Well, so I've been in the industry since '92, and you, like myself, definitely have seen some stuff that we'd be like, yo, not him, or we done seen some stuff. We be like, man, fuck that. I'm not doing that, not being around that. And this is the way of the industry, because the industry is controlled by the so-called Jewish people, and they've created this culture of submission, bucking. So when you make them deals, you can tell who is standing on their own too and who ain't. That's why I give a lot of respect to the business moves that was made by Hov. Because at the time, nigga, he was ostracized and they came at him to get him. So it's a lot of shit that these dudes was doing, man, in our past. Malcolm X was a youth.
The nation, the gods of earth, sugar bum. Ain't nobody over here Hotep.
They said it's Hotep?
No, she asked was Jay-Z Hotep. I said, no, he's part of 5%.
Yeah, 5% Nation. Yeah, 5% Nation.
Hotep over here.
Well, see, like, if they understood his lyrics and they could understand what he's saying, you feel me? Most people can't delve into the lyrical content or construct of what Hov be saying, so they don't get it. Even what's this last song God did? See, he entered the song saying Hov did. See, but people didn't get that. In the song, he tell you he God body. Mm-hmm. So most people don't understand that. But however, we're universal, bro. We represent the universal flag of righteousness. So there's nothing that's righteous that's not under that flag. Represent every shade of what's right. And we show you the comparison to what's wrong by mastering it. So if you Hotep, 5%, the Islamic.
And that's not saying there ain't no
Hebrew,
creator, but we all in.
If he's black conscious, then he us and we him.
That's it. Don't get it misconstrued.
Facts. We God. That's what we are. We got to stop playing and stop dealing with this mystery. Because that's if these young boys knew who they actually were and what they were, they wouldn't be doing this shit. Word was wrong, man. You wouldn't be doing this shit, bro.
Just last night. I'm like, God damn.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
And the Mac Mizzle show, I gotta get off here. I gotta get ready for work in a few hours. I gotta take me a nap.
True indeed, my brother.
Did that rest of the show. I appreciate you for coming up on the station, man. This is a beautiful, great build.
You already know, God. Just hit me up. Definitely in the AMs when you do it in the AMs, because I don't open up until a certain hour anyway. So
I do the AMs every morning. So
no doubt. I just use the same link. No,
I gotta send you a different link every time.
Okay, all right, okay. I'm learning this shit right now. You feel me, God? I'm learning this their internet activity. But inshallah, you feel me? We can be back on the building next.
Sure thing, Lord.
No doubt, God. Hey, God, my son live in Lancaster too, God.
Oh, he live
right next to you. I was out there on Father's Day at the gun range, bro, which is halfway to York. Because, oh yeah, my brother, his wife, they own a club out in York. Damn. Yeah, you know, my brother, we from Brooklyn, bro, but him and his wife live in Virginia, but they're out in New York now. We gonna connect, God, because I'll be in and out.
Oh yeah,
out there all the time.
They on the club in York. You know what I'm saying? They might need some security. You know what I'm saying? I still do my thing on the weekends.
Say less. As a matter of fact, inshallah, I'm gonna speak to him today, and then I'm gonna connect you.
Yo, Ja, they asked you, do you got a YouTube channel?
No, sir. I do, but the music. You know, I'm in the music industry, and they set it up. My son is setting me up an individual channel.
Yeah.
Like, I just signed a contract for. Oh yeah, Born, I want you to come on it too. I signed a contract with NJN Network to do a podcast for them.
NJN Network. Okay.
Yeah. So when I have that cash, you feel me? Have you come on? They got me contracted for 12 recordings at the end of next month. So
okay.
That's what's up, huh?
So you know, I've been on about 30 some podcasts, bro, in the last 18 months. You feel me? Ever since COVID. But everyone keeps telling me to, why don't you have a podcast? I like to study. I don't like the technical stuff. You feel me? I'm not an engineer. That's not my interest, even though it may be a necessity. It's just not my interest. So I'm featured on a lot of stuff because I don't like doing the technical work behind the scene to create that show. You understand what I'm saying? I'm an A&R and I'm a tour manager, business manager in the industry. I'm not an engineer. You feel me? So they're setting it up now though, bro, so that I can have some platforms. You feel me? So me and you gonna connect though, definitely ASAP.
Oh, definitely, Lord. Hey, yo, everybody that's up here, y'all hit that Cash App too, man, because we gave y'all some beautiful content today.
Facts.
All right,
Peace to the gods. And the herbs. The queen.
The herbs. All right.
Peace.
Peace.
You already know, Born.
Peace, bro.